Okay, Wednesday, April 29th. Over here, little coach in the background, just in case you're wondering. No, it's not Golden Girls. They're not on this time of night. Anywho, we're gonna finish up World War One. World War One. That first pair deck that some of you may have gotten to, some of you may have not. It's not really due till tonight. Is the World War One Spark and Start of World War One pair deck. It's based on these slides, and I take you through them in video. I take you through some supplemental videos. There are some pair deck questions. Answer them to the best of your ability. So the part two then is will be posted tomorrow, and it takes us from the stalemate and the trench warfare to the Treaty of Versailles, the disastrous Treaty of Versailles. So look at that and answer the questions. Look at the videos, and of course do part one first, the spark and start, and then the main causes and the images. Those are not overdue. Some of you were questioning where I explained it on video and did some examples. Some of you were questioning where the causes were, the images were for the causes, and that you match up, and they are right here in there. So that is overdue, matching up the images with the causes. Go back to Monday's video, and also to also to the explanation in here, which fully explains what goes on in this assignment. Okay, so the two pair decks, one due tonight, one due Friday, project boards. Okay, so this is an assignment that will enable you to actually, those of you doing decently because of some generous test corrections and so on will maintain. But those of you looking to get a little boost, here's an opportunity in terms of it being a small project grade, which normally this could just be a regular assignment, but I'm going to make it a small test grade because we haven't done that. Although I think it's a pretty easy test grade, because really what it is you're completing thoroughly some slides that explain the effects of the war, the costs, if this thing pulls up, the freedoms that were lost, researching the overall costs, the cost in lives, freedom, the atrocities that took place. And those aren't just lives; those are also, other injuries and other things that other atrocities and tragedies that took place, and then the cost of on the supplies that were costed. 14 points. So you should do the pair deck first. That's why it's due first. The stalemate to Versailles pair deck, because I explained the 14 points. If you were a sophomore, you know about the 14 points. Is explain the armistice and what the purpose was in the League of Nations and the Treaty of Versailles, and whether it was success and failure, or why. This needs to be fairly thorough, more than a sentence. We need a couple bullets on each one, a couple bullets and sentences on each one. And then with this, you can go ahead and use the scribble tool, or the scribble, or the scribble tool to draw circles to reset up the map, label countries on the new map after World War One. So it will require you to add or put in the scribble tool here to redraw certain areas here. So as we go along, I'm going to delete that. And where can you find this information? Well, the start of this, and here's the rubric, and you can see this on your own. The start of this can be found in chapter 10 of the MI Open Book. We haven't looked at the MI Open Book because I've done a lot of quick hit talking with the pair decks. Sorry, you thought you could get away from my voice just because we're online learning. Wrong. Heck, even Mrs. Campbell's kids have to deal with my voice. So there you go. So hopefully you like it, because you thought you were going to get away from my voice, but no. 10.5. These are where you can start finding these. You may need to look at outside sources. If you're going to consult outside sources, there is a spot on the board to do this. In fact, you probably will need to consult some outside sources where I'm not thinking about MLA, but you need to give me the website and the name of the website that you found them. That's part of the rubric. Thorough presentation of information, completing all required slides and graphic organizers, and an accurate listing of websites and sources consulted. Okay, even if you're consulting Chapter 10 on my open book, which, again, the map I will show you here in a minute. You'll have to give me 1 second because it may take a second for this to open. The first part has those before and after maps that you can use for the mapping tool, and then page 242, chapter 10, section 5. If you let me scroll down here, we'll have some of the effects, the cost chart. It may not have everything. You may have to look some of this stuff up. The influenza pandemic we really should go through, because there's the obvious comparison to COVID and coronavirus there with the influenza pandemic. I have an activity. I don't know if we'll get to it. We need to get to other things too, Russia and other things. So I don't know, but I really should do something with that. Paris Peace Conference is where you can find things about the Treaty of Versailles, Wilson's 14 points, but you can do other research on this as well. In fact, you may have to thoroughly complete this summary and purpose and success and failure and why. So was it a success? Was it a failure and why? So I would say 2 bullet points, 2 to 3 bullet points on each one of these is what it should look like as we're going along. So those 3 slides, that's due on Tuesday night. And then of course, so there will be nothing new posted Friday. You're either nothing new will be posted on Friday. I've given you weeks 1 through 4 on the time capsule. We're complete and replace one online assignment of choosing. So that's due on Thursday, 5/7. There will be nothing new posted on Friday. I may come on just for you to listen to my voice, but nothing new. So this is the rest of the week. The 2 Paradex, and then the World War I project board, and then also in completing all the questions. Some of you had to come back and do the questions. There's questions all the way to the end of the Paradex. And then the grading survey, and then please complete that and stating your intentions for pass fail, or I'm going to keep working for the letter grade. And then Armenian genocide notes, docs, videos. I'm working through grading those. Those are overdue. But and some of you have turned those in, but if you're not, you can still obviously work through turning those in. So that covers what we're doing for now. And again, next week we'll probably pivot. We'll either look at, when you look at the Treaty of Versailles, maybe in a little more detail, and also pivoting to the details of the Russian Revolution. I didn't go through that as extensively as I should here because it's a whole separate event.